How on a day, my beautiful and amazing people, I salute you according to that time or depending on when that and that they're listening to us. I welcome you to this beautiful day with another bongalicious information. My people, now well done. Oh. My people, now welcome. Wonder shall never end. I was thinking that these Judy Austin supporters and warriors or whatever they call themselves must have learnt their lessons, but I don't know that these guys are playing game. I can see that maybe these are content creators who are looking for something to talk about. I was thinking we are trying to make sense on social media, at least to entertain people and make sense and see how we can be able to speak intelligently and rationally to end this whole boost between you, the Duce, Judy Austin and Premier. But I can see that the Judy Warriors are not sensible enough about it. They are not. They are not. You know, responsive enough, or I don't know whether we call it responsible and responsive enough, because I'm seeing a situation where they are not doing much. All they do is to confuse these people. Because when I look at the way they have been talking to Judy Austin, there were some things, if they are to know what they're doing, they would have guided Judy Austin to come out of, or even advise you. But they keep supporting them, supporting their evil, supporting their stupidity, their, I don't know how to put it so that it won't sound as if I'm sarcastic or I'm insultive. But I see how they support their another thing that's coming to my mind is foolishness, but I'm just looking for a better word that will not be too insultive. You understand? Because this is online. I see how they support their mistakes, support their arrogance, and so many other things, well, which is not the right thing. Because I keep telling people that if these people, Yul Edochie and Judy Austin, had the right people to advise them, I don't think they would have entered into these serious issues they have found themselves now. Look at Judy now; is walking from one place to the other, looking for job, looking for what to do in order to make money. You understand? But it is not how it should have been. It's not how it should have been. After all, Judy would have by now made her own money. This is the same remark I made about Regina Daniels. Regina Daniel was enterprising. Regina Daniel was doing well. At her age, she was among the most celebrated young actress. You know, she was doing well, has so much this thing. If Regina Daniel was managed well, she doesn't need Ned Woko to become a great person. You understand? She didn't need network. She would have made herself great. She's a big girl, like every other actress who is, some of them are single mothers, some of them are married. Nathaniel would have been a great, would have been rich, have all the money, even what do you call it, um, the Rolls Royce that she is having now, with the fan base she had and with many things she would have gotten if she had planned herself well, she would have gotten it. And also, she would have also gotten a very single, rich guy that would have also married her, and both of them join together and get whatever they want. So, what matters in this thing is getting the right advice at the right time and getting the right people around you. That's why people blame Regina's mother so much. So, the same thing we blame Judy and Yu's friends, because Judy made you to discard so many good friends that would have given him good advice, and that's where you failed, and that's where the problem of you began. Because if you had not pushed away his millionaire friends and had listened to them, I don't think that what is happening to him now would have happened to him. He wouldn't have been stalked as he is right now. But Yul is stalked because he pushed away most of his friends that were advising him rightly. You understand? So that is just the problem that Yul has. That's the problem. But coming to it in another way, you understand? I don't know what actually is happening to them. They are enjoying what I don't know, what I can't even explain. But but in anything, I want us to listen to what the Coven people said. This one is what just brought me into this. Read what is on that this thing. It says, "Dear May Yul Edochie, when Yul Edochie's father, Pete Edochie, was hiding his future, was building his future and career in the 70s, your father, Aligwe, was busy going from one stripper club to the other." That is somebody's opinion now. You see why, personally, I don't like bringing people who are not into the case into what we are saying. You say Pime's father was going from one strippers club to the other. That is a discussion of someone who doesn't know who Prime's father is. Prime's father was going from one strippers club to the other. This person needs to go to confession if he's a Catholic. He needs to go and meet a pastor for counseling if he's a Pentecostal. He needs to do some sacrifices if he's a white garment church person. He needs some assignment if he's a spiritual Pentecostal church. He needs to go and appease the land if he's a traditionalist. You understand what I'm saying? Because the person has committed a grave sin. It is obvious that person or whoever that wrote that is just, like I said, it's like they are all comedians, they are all content creators trying to entertain their followers, finding something to say for people to laugh. I can now see, in fact, this has it has taught me a lot. I now understand everything they are now saying. Imagine a whole proud man like Sapete Edochie agreeing for his son to marry from family of nobody at such tender age. If not that the family is successful, they went to reap from almighty Aligwe family. Everybody knows that Sapete Edochie's wives or kid's wife, all his daughter-in-laws are CEOs and from well-to-do family, beginning from Leo Edochie down to all of them that were married at first. If you are nobody, Sapete Edochie does not allow his kids to marry. That's the first thing I knew about him. They don't marry from a nobody family. They don't marry from an irresponsible family. They marry where they will reap something. This thing that you see that is happening now, it didn't start now. That is the legacy the man laid. That you don't just go to anyhow family and marry. This is where the problem is in Judy Austin. This is where it is. That is why they never accepted Judy Austin. Even though Judy was doing some dirty work for them, but they never accepted Judy Austin is because Judy is not at the level of the woman that will be married in a Edochie family. That's why they never wanted May to go. If Judy must stay, May must stay. You understand? They never wanted Queen May to go. Until today, they don't want her to go because there is something that makes Edochie's family remain what they are. It is that kind of level of women they marry. And they must marry from where they will gain something, not where they will lose something. So they went to marry from Edochie's family, from Aligwe's family, so that they can reap from Aligwe's family's wealth. Because Queen May's father was a wealthy man. Yes, testimonies has gone it we have heard so many testimonies of where people are saying a lot who know May, whether in school or when she was a kid in Lagos, will tell you that they always jealous her. Those who live in the same state with them will tell you that they always jealous her because she's always like a queen, treated the last in the house, queen, treated like a queen, and she always put this marching on her head and going around, playing music and dancing and reading her book. The only business she has to do is to read her book. You can't see her hawk anything or go out buy any. No. Everything she wants is in the house. Queen May's elder brother is a commissioner in Abuja. Google it and find out. She's a senior army in the military. She even Queen May said in an interview how her brother was the only one chosen to study in UK among thousands back then. You understand? Remember the other day, you will see, I think that was it early this year or last year, that this person that later betrayed the May nation and, later came back, which I don't know how. I don't even know her stand now. What's the name? They call Mother Hen. Mother Hen. This Mother Hen now. Anita Joseph. Sorry about that delay. Anita Joseph. Remember, there was a time Anita Joseph made a video on Instagram and I think YouTube or Facebook, where he was showcasing Queen May's elder sister's house. They went to for a housewarming, and Anita Joseph and the husband were like, "Wow, she has never seen this kind of house before." And that house was in Banana Island in Lagos. Wow, it was like, wow, that is Queen May's elder sister. And the husband actually used to be, they said the husband used to be the director of a bank, He was the MD of one bank. They didn't mention the name of the bank for security case, for security reasons. And they are stupendously rich. Yes. And you know, such a person is not just had a very anyhow background. So, and you know, what's the name? Her eldest sister, I think her immediate elder sister, that's Blessing '07, is a well-trained nurse in the US. And she has an establishment. She has a consulting firm in US, in New Jersey, a consulting firm in New Jersey, a medical firm in New Jersey. And Blessing '07 was the one that bought even the car that Yul Edochie is still using till now. It was bought for him in New Jersey by Blessing '07 when he was still with Premier, when there was no problem. They are just the one packaging this thing. And you know, it was Blessing '07 and Premier that built the mansion in Aja. And Blessing '07 had practically packaged Yul Edochie for many years since they married. And you know that as we speak now, Yul Edochie is still owing Blessing '07 480 million that Blessing gave to Yul during the time he was campaigning for governor. I don't know where he would have gotten that kind of loan, you know, and still live and be happy till today. You know, he's still owing Blessing 480 million, even though at that time he was still having issues with Premier. He was also still he was troubling Premier at that time. Blessing didn't give up. Blessing still gave him the money. So Aligwe family is not their mate. It's not their mate. So I know that whoever that is saying this or writing this to about Premier and the more gallows or Premier and Pete Edochie don't know what he's doing. The person doesn't know what they are doing because the Premier's family was stupendously rich compared to Edochie's family. And that is why Sapete Edochie will be proudly saying on social media, on interview, that during the time he was being he meant to marry Premier for Yul Edochie, the kind of this thing they gave him, the kind of reception they gave him in Ebonyi State, he has never received it anywhere, even as an actor. They celebrated him like a royalty that came to marry. The whole community came out, gave him gift. In fact, he was being celebrated more than those who are doing the traditional marriage. You understand? So he still knows the kind of gift he received. He was celebrated like a king that time. So is Aligwe family a joke to you? Whoever that's writing this thing, that's your business. Edochie family came to rub body with them. Now wine, they wine. You think the Edochie family can come to rub body with Aligwe's family? It's not possible. Who knows more Gallo family? Yes, go and make research that Judy Austin grew up in Onitsha. Judy Austin grew up in Onitsha, in Impo. That's where Judy Austin grew up, in Impo. And all their life, the father was a taxi driver or a bus driver. And that's why Judy Austin was working, in Impo. Judy Austin was abused so much because he doesn't have a proper home training according to what they let us know. And Judy Austin had kids with, I think, a man before even marrying Mr. Obasi, before leaving Mr. Obasi and coming to deceive Yul Edochie or whatever he does to Yul Edochie. Augusta is currently a Ndimiri practitioner. That's a Mame Water practitioner. Let me ask you a question. Have you seen the son of a rich man? Or a daughter of a rich man, rather? Have you seen a daughter of a wealthy man doing in the mini? It is always done by the daughters of poor people. Have you seen the daughter of a wealthy man doing in the mini, doing Mame Water? A wealthy man, the daughter doing Mame Water? No, wealthy people only come to visit Mame Water, give them something to go and check for them, do work for them, give them money. And the people that do the work of Mame Water are from poor families. I don't know, but I have noticed that Mame Water, no, they do rich people. Now, poor families, anybody where you see say they do Mame Water, just remove it. The person is from a very poor family, because they will tell you if you don't serve Mame Water, you no go get money. But the people where they get money, the servant, say come, you do work for them. I don't know. Nobody knows Ngogalo family. Okay, look at Uche. What's the name? Okay, Augusta is Uche Chuku. Their brother Chijioke, okay, I think Chijioke, yes. Chijioke is also, they say he's work, I think he works in a mechanic village in Enugu. He also grew up in Onitsha, not proper education and everything. It was even Yul Edochie that came and gave them proper, try to make life better for them. Their mother is a civil servant, a teacher, and that's what she has been using to, train the family, even though she also pushed out the wife of the man and took over, you know. Judy Obasi is not. I don't know how to put this thing. Those who are writing and are saying that Yul Edochie, that the Edochies built their legacy in the early 70s, while Pime father, who is a very rich man, most of the properties, most of the things that Edochies are holding, according to what they let us know on social media spaces, that those things belong to Pime's father. So whoever that's writing should know what they are writing, and that is why Judy Austin can do anything to bring you the Edochie back. We have been hearing that Judy Austin had been going from Abuja to Asaba begging you, and you refused. We heard that he has come to Asaba and fainted once to make you to feel pity on her. You refused. you know so many things she has done right now. It's like she has discovered that it is not going to work out, and Judy Austin is now going from one place to another looking for a job in Abuja, at least for something to do. And the worst part of it is that nobody is even accepting Judy Austin, because Judy Austin had committed a lot of issues against people, against any rational human being. We know that Judy is not the right person to support. So I don't know whoever that is saying that Queen, who is currently in Doha now, currently in Doha right now, doing a lot of work, attending international conference with other women, and somebody is saying that her father, who trained them well and packaged them well and gave them background. Do you know what Queen would have been if Queen had not married Yul Edochie? If Yul Edochie had not come to cause problem for Queen, do you know what Queen and where Queen would have been right now? That's why that lady is so angry with so many of the things that are happening, because a lot of people don't know what she would have been and don't know where she would have been right now. They are only trying this thing that is happening online is not about talking. It's not about Queen. It's not about talking. It's about understanding the situation. It's about woman who is destroyed, whose marriage is destroyed. It's about woman who worked hard to build her marriage and someone destroyed it. So somebody is coming there to tout Queen May father, who is already did his work, do everything. Do you know the gift Queen May received on a wedding day? So many gifts. Do you know Queen May was given so many things that Yul Edochie started with? Yul Edochie and Queen May started life with. The father gave them so many things that they started life with, and at the end of the day, all those things were forgotten. All these things were betrayed, and somebody is coming out now to say all sorts of things that are not written at the book of life. My people no be smart, I'm just trying to come and bring this update because I see it online where they say they want to present a narrative that Queen May's family, or Queen May is trying to, find life through Yul Edochie, instead of trying to say that Queen May gave life to Yul Edochie, and they are doing as if it was Yul Edochie that gave Queen May life. Well, if that is the truth, why is Augusta still walking from one river to the other, feeding fishes and sacrificing to see whether Yul Edochie will come back? The issue is that they will do and get tired. The Yul Edochie had left Judy. Whether it's for good or not, I don't know. But for now, the young man is looking for something. The young man is trying to achieve something. The young man is not interested in what they're doing right now until he gets what he wants. That is the true situation right now. And Yul knows that he can't withstand the Edochies and the Aligwes, because the Aligwes will will squeeze him in one hand. It's just that Aligwes are the best set of people I have ever seen. The same heart that Queen May carries is the same heart that the sister carries, the same heart that the brother carries. If the Aligwes can descend on the Edochies with the kind of weight and connection they have, it is not about you, Sapete Edochie, being known in Nollywood. It's not about that. It's about who can provide what it takes. Queen May's eldest brother is a real guy in the army. He's a senior naval officer. Queen May's brother is a commissioner in Abuja. You know that when they were handing over to Tinubu, you saw it very clearly. Queen May's brother was there. He showed there. You saw him clearly there. So he's a top military officer, but he doesn't use his power for nothing. If you, the Doche, or any of the Doches has that power and the reverse is the case, they would have used it to dealt with the Aligwes. But Aligwes don't want to exercise the power they have. Meanwhile, men will not even like it. They have a respect for humanity, for human being. They respect human being, they respect people. But you can't just provoke them because their sister decided to descend so low to come to Edochies to be a wife. Because if Queen was to choose the kind of people to marry, maybe you wouldn't have qualified. Yes, even if in the Edochie family, if anybody will qualify to marry May, it should have been Leo among all of them. You wouldn't have qualified among all the sons of Edochies. You would have been the least to qualify. It would have been Leo among all the sons of Trapet that is qualified to be with May. Yes, that's the only person that had the education background, that had the wealth background and everything to stand Queen May, because that one schooled abroad. You understand? So none of them would have had the qualification to stand the Edochies. You understand? So that's just that. It's not a matter of somebody opening your mouth and be talking cho like Yinka. I don't know why all those who support Judy Austin speaks like Yinka and are like Yinka, because the two, they talk without reasoning what they're saying. Without reasoning what they're saying. So, well, no problem. Sometimes I believe that they know what they're saying, only that they just want to say something that will provoke the online in-laws and provoke Queen May Nation and provoke Queen May. But you know, Queen May cannot be provoked. You already know them. I already know you. I know what is happening. My people not be smarting, and so they just reach out and make a touchlight and like and share this video, and God will bless you. If you have not subscribed to our channel, please try to do so. All our returning subscribers, well done, my people. Now, welcome. Have a nice day. Bye.